All right, Shalawam. First and foremost, I'd like to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to YAHAWAH, BaHashem, YAHAWASHI, BaHashem Rakakadash. Double honor to the apostles, the elders of Great Millstone, the men that taught me this truth, and peace and salutation. Brakathum to all you sincere Akim out there that's laboring in this truth throughout the four corners of the earth. All right, and you got Trump, less than 2 more weeks. He's about to make his, his inauguration, second inauguration here in America, as the 47th president. And, the apostle Gabar, he broke down the word inauguration. And I'm just going to basically land back in this lesson going into the etymology of the word inauguration, which it goes back to the time of the Roman Republic. Okay. And, it's a ritual, it's a ritual, is a satanic ritual that these presidents, because these, there's nothing new under the sun. These presidents are the same Caesars that was ruling back then during the time of the Roman Empire coming back. All right. So let's go into the word inauguration, right? It says, in government and politics, inauguration is the process of swearing a person into office. And that's another thing we're not supposed to do. You're not supposed to swear, all right? Especially on the Bible. That's what they do. They swear on the Bible, which these devils, all right, these Edomites, they don't believe in the Lord. They don't believe in the higher power. All right. Their God is Satan. Okay. They don't believe in the Lord. Okay. They don't worship the Lord. And you're not supposed to swear on anything. It tells you that in the Bible. It says you're not supposed to swear, let your nay be nay, your yea be yea, and your nay be nay, But you see, these devils, they act like they're godly, or they fear the Lord, but they really don't. Okay, their power, or what they think their power comes from, is through Satan. All right, which all in all is the Most High that's using Satan to deceive these politicians. First and foremost, starting with the top elites. All right, the international bankers, such as the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, the DuPonts, the Oppenheimers, so on and so forth. These, elites, kings of the earth, they worship Satan. That's why they're trying to push forward their agenda for a new world order. All right. But it says process of swearing a person into office and thus making that person the incumbent. Such an inauguration commonly occurs through a formal ceremony or special event, which may also include an inaugural address for the new official. Okay, and it says the word inauguration stems from the Latin agor, which refers to the rituals of ancient Roman priests seeking to interpret if it was the will of the gods for a public official to be deemed worthy to assume office. So these presidents, man, or these devils, man, they're a bunch of witches and warlocks. Okay, and this ritual goes back to the Roman Empire, showing you that we're in Rome all over again. This is the modern day Rome. America is the modern day Rome. All right, we've been telling you through the Spirit that this guy Trump, he's Nero coming back reincarnated. All right, and what was Rome known for? Spreading their army, their military, thin. And now it's coming out that Trump, he wants to basically make Canada a part of the United States. All right. He's saying that because this guy Trudeau, he basically resigned, and now he's, Trump is saying that he wants to make Canada a part of the United States, also the Gulf of Mexico, with the whole Panama, the Panama Canal, that whole territory. He wants to have it as America's territory. Okay, so this man is definitely Nero, man, coming back. All right, so we're seeing that it's nothing new under the sun. Everything that you know they did back then, eventually he's doing now. And not only do people reincarnate, but also places, kingdoms, they also reincarnate as well. All right, but yeah, that whole inauguration thing is nothing but you know uh, witchcraft. Is just a seance for them to bring in the new president. Okay, a new and you want to think about it. Really, it's the Most High really that set these presidents up and these kingdoms up and these rulers. Okay, that's what it all comes down to. It's not about just they're praying to their God or their Satan or whatever. It's really the Most High that set these individuals up, and it's all for his purpose. Okay, to bring forth that destruction here to America. All right. So really, when it comes down to it, all right, the Most High, he's the one that ruleth in the kingdom of men. All right. But let me get a few scriptures, right, to prove that America, once again, this place is Rome all over. All right. This is the modern day Rome. And that whole inauguration thing, all right, that's basically something that was set up during the time of the Roman Empire. And that's just a key thing of us knowing that we're in Rome all over again, right? So let's go to Revelation 13 and verse 3. It says, "And I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed," right? Because why? The Roman Empire, it went down, right? It fell, and now the Roman Empire is back. That's why it says, "And his deadly wound was healed." How did it come back? During the time of the Borgias, all right, Christopher Columbus, okay, during the time of the late 1400s, okay, early 1500s. During that time, that's when the deadly wound was healed, because that's when these Edomites start to come back in power, okay, all right, and once they came back in power, right, that's when scripture says that peace was taken from the earth. All right. So it says his deadly wound was healed, and all the world wondered after the beast, and they worshiped the dragon, which gave power unto the beast, and they worshiped the beast, saying, "Who is like unto the beast? Who was able to make war with him?" Right. And that's talking about as far as, you know, NATO and the EU, okay, conglomerate with America, all right, as the spearhead. All right. So who's able to make war with the beast? That's what it's saying. Who's able to make war with NATO and the EU? Okay, because NATO and the EU is just a extension of America's military. You see, and altogether, you know, this is the Roman Empire coming back. All right. So let me jump down verse 11. It says, "And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth." Now, when you go to the prophet Daniel, in the what was it, Daniel 7, it tells you about four kings, four beasts rising up from out of the sea, right? Okay, that's referring to the four kingdoms. The four kingdoms being Babylonians, all right, the Medo-Persian Empire, the Greeks, the Romans, all right. So those are four kingdoms that, basically rose into power. Okay, best believe. Okay, the Bible is a puzzle. He only mentioned four kingdoms, four rulerships, right? So where's America play part in this? Because America is the last leg. When you know Daniel was interpreting the dream of King Nebuchadnezzar, he spoke about the statue, the head of gold, the the chest being of silver, the arms, the chest being of silver, the I believe the stomach was of brass. Matter of fact, let me just go to it. But let me read this real quick. But when you go down to the leg part, it's speaking about the iron, right? The legs being of iron, and then the toes, the 10 toes, that's the time we're in, all right, which is part iron and part clay, okay? And that represents the NATO and the EU nations. You have uh, certain nations that are stronger, and you have certain nations that are weaker. That's why it says some of iron and some of clay, okay? But we're going to go into that, Lord willing. But let me finish this up. This is Revelation chapter 13, verse 11. Um, it says, and I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, right? Which is going into Rome's, just like how it was in Rome. Rome was known for their political parties, right? The patricians and the plebeians, all right? The patricians, which were, you would say that would be your, you know, uh, the the rich people, the aristocrats. Then you had the plebeians, which were the common folks. Okay, those were the common folks, the people that basically they didn't really have the money like that. You know what I'm saying? So the same thing today. You got Republicans and Democrats. Okay, so it's nothing new under the sun. It's the same concept. So it said he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. All right, when it says he spake as a dragon, meaning that he'll come with peace. Everything is about peace, peace, peace. Then you know when it says war. It says his words are smoother than butter, but war was in his heart, meaning that eventually this man is going to come and come with his laws, mainly like draconian laws, laws that basically he's gonna basically go against. When he's gonna talk smooth things to you, he's gonna talk about peace and what he could bring, prosperity, all right. And then next thing you know, he's bringing down these harsh legislations. Okay, that's how the devil operates. Okay, that's why I said he spake as a dragon, going into his draconian laws, his draconian measures. All right, harsh laws. You see, and he said, and he exercised all the power of the first beast before him, which is referring to the ancient Roman Empire. All right, that's the first beast before him, and causes the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. You see, so everything that take place here in America, they're basically copying the image of the first beast, or the ancient Roman Empire. That's why here in America, when you go to, your downtown areas, your state buildings, all right, what it looks like. They got columns in the front of their buildings, all right, somewhat like the time of the Roman Empire. When you go to, it looked like modern day Petra. When you go to some of these downtown areas, especially here in New York, all right, you go down to the stock exchange area, your downtown courts. That's how it looks. It looks like the Roman Empire back then. All right, all these you know these sports arenas. That's just another modern day Coliseum. Your Yankee Stadiums, your Madison Square Gardens. Okay, that's just nothing but a modern day Coliseum. These MMA fights, the boxing. That's all goes back during the time of the the Roman Empire, man. You had your gladiators, your warriors. You see, so it's nothing new under the sun, and that's how they want us to worship the first beast, the image of the beast. Okay, take on the same concepts and same laws as the Roman Empire. That's why here in America, you know, basically when there's certain penal codes and you go into the law books, it goes into the Latin. Okay, that's why in the Super Bowl, what they say, Super Bowl, whatever, in Roman numerals, right? Because that's them paying that image, paying homage to the image of the beast, all right, which is the Roman Empire. You see, so that's how the deadly wound is healed, because this is the Roman Empire coming back. All right. Let me prove another point. When you go into the Senate, that's another thing. Senate, when you go in the Senate house, right? The word Senate. All right. What was Rome? Rome was the first ones to do that. Okay. Go to First Maccabees chapter 8, verse 15. It says, moreover, how they had made for themselves a Senate house, wherein 320 men sat in council daily. That's the same thing that's going on today, man. You got your, your House of Representatives, your Republicans on one side, your Democrats on the other side, Congress. This is all goes back to during the time of the Roman Empire, man. So it's nothing new under the sun. So it says, where they sat in council daily, consulting all way for the people, to the end they might be well ordered. Okay, so they had councils and they had senates back then. Another point, First Maccabees chapter 12, verse 2, it said he sent letters also to the Lacedaemonians, which were Israelites as well, and to other places for the same purpose. So they went on to Rome and entered into the Senate and said, Jonathan the high priest and the people of the Jews set us unto you, to the end ye should renew the friendship which ye had with them, and league as in former time. Now, during this time period, the Romans were actually the Etruscans. Okay, there were the Etruscans back then, which were of Japhet. All right, and they were calling themselves Romans. Okay, so don't get that confused with Esau. All right, this was during the time of the Etruscans. Okay, Japhet was ruling during this time. All right, and that's pretty much it, man. But this all ties in together. All right, you see what you see today, as far as the inauguration, and with Trump coming into office in the next couple weeks. This all goes back to Rome, showing you that we're in Rome all over again. Okay, it's nothing new under the sun. And the word inauguration, it deals with basically augury, or the word augur, right, which goes back to the rituals of, basically a soothsayer. All right, someone that practices witchcraft, someone that's a sorcerer, or a witch, or a warlock. Okay, so that's what they do. They conjure up spirits during this ceremony, and they've been doing this for years. All right, they've been doing the same ritual for years, man. Okay, and this goes back during the time of the Roman Empire. All right, so with that, I'm gonna end it there. Lord willing, I pray that this was edifying to the hopeful elect. All praises due to YAHAWAH by Hashem YAHAWASHI. Till the next time, I say Shalawam.